Hello everyone. I've decided I wasn't happy with my Blu-ray collection video. I thought it wasn't very good and it wasn't as professional as it could have been. And plus, since the recording of that video, I have got rather a lot more Blu-rays, and I've sorted my collection out a bit so it's in a bit more of a better order that works for me more. So I thought I'd do, well, it's not going to be one video, it'll probably be maybe 4 videos, because I'm going to go do, because I've got a bookshelf full of them. So I'll do shelf 1 and 2 in this first video. Then I will do, and the reason I'm doing shelf 1 and 2 is because there's not a lot on shelf 2, it's not full up yet. And then I'll do shelf 3, and then I'll do my racks. Or I might do shelf 3 and the rack, one of the racks, and then the other rack. And then I've got some on top of the bookshelf, which I'll do with the rack, the second rack. Sorry if this isn't very clear, but there will be 4 videos which will go, so it's a bit more easy to watch. It shouldn't be too long and you can skip whenever you want. So yeah, I'm just going to get straight onto it. So in this video, so shelf 1 and 2 is my 4Ks, of which I have got quite a lot more recently. I've got HMV premiums, which I've only got 2 of. Disney, Pixar, Marvel, but it's only X-Men, Star Wars, Harry Potter's, DC, box sets, Nolan films, and Tarantino films. That will all be in this video. So I'll go through all of them and get through them as quick as I can, and then I'll put this video up. I'll obviously let everyone know that I've done this video. I shall put it up, and then once that video is uploaded, I will crack on straight onto my next shelf. But I may not upload that video until tomorrow, so I've got some videos for the rest of the week, because at the moment I'm going stale on the videos. I don't really know what types of videos people are enjoying watching, and I did try and do a top 50 films the other day, but it was too long and I didn't have enough space on my phone. So I will do that eventually, but I might have to again do that in maybe 2 or 3 parts, because it is a long one. But anyway, I'll get onto this because I don't want to talk about it any longer, and I will try and explain some of the films, but I might go over some of them because I want to get through this as quick as I can. Aladdin. I did quite enjoy this live action. I know it's very mixed, but I thought Will Smith does a good job as the genie, and overall I think it's a decent film, and I managed to get this, I think I get it December 2019, so a few months after it had come out, and it wasn't too expensive, so I thought I'd get it because I had some Christmas money left over. And then we have The Dark Tower, which is a decent film. Not great, but it's decent. I got this with my 4K player, hence getting it. I don't generally tend to go for newer films on 4K unless they're really cheap or they're old. I generally get older films. Like this one, for instance, Days of Thunder, which wouldn't have been in my last collection video. I watched this for the first time last year. I thought it was a really good Tom Cruise film. Really good, and it's probably going to look great on 4K, so I definitely wanted to get this. Next up, another one that came with my 4K player, The Equalizer 2. I don't have the Equalizer 1, but I'll probably only get it on Blu-ray because there's no point getting it on 4K when you can pick up the Blu-ray second hand for about £2.50. So, but I'm happy that I've got this. This is a good film, good sequel, and Pedro Pascal's really good as the villain in that. E.T., one that everyone has to have on their collection on some format. I got it on 4K because it was in the Zoom deal, I want to say about a year ago, for £10, so I picked that up. So yeah, that's E.T., great film. Then you have Fast and Furious 6, again, it came with my 4K player. I don't plan on picking any of the other Fast and Furious films up on 4K because I don't need them really. I might get the box set eventually, but I'll keep this even if I do get the box set on Blu-ray, because I would just skip over the 6th one in the box set and I would go to the 4K because, yeah, might as well, because I have got it and I did get it for free technically. Godzilla King of the Monsters is great on 4K. It's a monster film. I don't really know what people were expecting. It is mainly just monsters. don't really care about the characters. They didn't really develop them very well. But as I say, it's a monster film. What do you really expect? I'm looking forward to Godzilla vs Kong as well, because that should finish everything off. But yeah, that's a good film. Next up, one of my favourite films, and that's Groundhog Day, which I got just before Christmas. I watched it on Netflix just before Christmas, and then the day after I ordered it on 4K, and then I watched it again. It's just a very enjoyable and rewatchable film. Bill Murray is great. Obviously, Groundhog Day was about a month ago, I think. I think it's the start of February. It's a real thing. A lot of people don't think it's a real thing, but it is. And this film's great, very funny, and I would definitely recommend watching it. Another new one that I got recently, Hocus Pocus on 4K. I had some Christmas money left over and I hadn't seen this in a very long time, and they've just started filming the second one, so I thought I'd pick this up and watch this before they do release the second one, which I imagine hopefully it will be out for this Halloween, so I will watch this before then. It's a great film. I wasn't going to get it because obviously it's on Disney Plus in 4K probably, but as I say, I had birthday money and it was only 15 quid, and it is a film that I do enjoy. Next up, this was a Christmas present, another one that's also on Disney Plus, Home Alone, which is one of the best, if not the best, Christmas film. It's just a great film. Watch it every Christmas, and the 4K on this is great. Yeah, not much I can really say about Home Alone. It's a classic. Everyone generally tends to enjoy it. Next up, I have Jack Reacher. This was yet another one that came with my 4K player, but I'm glad this did because I really do enjoy this film. Maybe Tom Cruise was a bit miscast in the role, but he did his best and I thought it was really good, and I just like these types of thrillers. Obviously, I think, yeah, this was Christopher McQuarrie who's done, well, he's doing the next two Mission Impossibles and he's done the last two Mission Impossibles, so he'll have done the most when the eighth one, after the eighth one comes out. But yeah, really enjoy Jack Reacher. I will get the second one. Don't know whether it'll be on 4K or not, but it does go pretty cheap, so I might end up getting it on 4K. Next up, I think this is the final one. Yeah, this is the final one that came with my 4K player, and that's Mortal Engines. I enjoyed it. I thought it was quite good. Not brilliant. I didn't go to the cinema to see it. I skipped that because I wasn't overly fast. I watched it a few months later, and it was alright for what it was. Yeah, obviously Peter Jackson, it would have probably been a bit better if he'd have directed it, but because I don't really know if he's doing anything at the moment. I mean, he finished the Hobbit films and we've not really seen anything. I'm not sure if he's involved in the Lord of the Rings series, but probably is in some way. But yeah, and anyway, my last 4K was X-Men Apocalypse. I have all of the X-Men films up to this. I've not got Dark Phoenix because I'm not too bothered. I will get it at some point, but yeah, you got X-Men Apocalypse. This was, I think this is about £2 on Blu-ray, and I took it to the desk in CEX, and they said for an extra £2, you might as well get it on 4K. So I said, yeah, why not? I have got, as I say, the other X-Men films. I've not got Logan, and I've not got the Deadpool films yet, but I will be getting them at some point in the near future. But yeah, X-Men Apocalypse, I enjoyed it more than most people did. Wasn't as bad as Dark Phoenix, and I'm not even going to watch New Mutants because I've heard it's terrible. And I'm not really into horror films anyway, so I'm not going to waste my time on that. And my only two and first two HMV Premium collections are Amistad, which I have watched and I did really enjoy. Obviously Steven Spielberg, and it's Matthew McConaughey, Morgan Freeman, Anthony Hopkins. Great film. Glad to have this on Blu-ray. Got this pretty cheap from Rare Waves. I think it was about £3.50 or something, so I'm glad to have that. And then my other HMV Premium is Munich, which I haven't seen yet. Another Steven Spielberg film. I'm really interested in it because I do like true stories, and this is one I haven't seen. And obviously Daniel Craig, Eric Bana. Yeah, so I will be watching this at some point. Let me know if you've seen this, if it's any good. Now moving on to over here. I've had to, because there's quite a lot, I've had to move over here. But my Pixar. I've got Toy Story, great Pixar film, and obviously Toy Story 2, good sequel. I think this is probably my, I think they probably go maybe 3, 4, 2, 1, but they're all great films, but I think they get better, except for 3 and 4 I would flip, although I do like them on about the same level. Monsters Inc. Probably my favourite Pixar film, if not one of them. Finding Nemo, great. I've not seen it in years. I will rewatch it at some point in the future, but I do remember really enjoying it. That's another good one. Up, yeah, this was really good. I went to the cinema to see this when I was much younger, and I did really enjoy it. Again, another Pixar film I do need to rewatch. And the final Pixar film is Toy Story 4. Yeah, I thought this was great. Perfect ending. A lot of people didn't think it was very necessary, but I did really enjoy it, and thought it was really good, a really strong story, and glad they did it. Now moving on to my smallish Disney collection. Beauty and the Beast, probably my favourite Disney animated film, either this or Aladdin. I just really connect with the story and really, really enjoy it, and the music. It's just a classic in my opinion. And then we have Bedknobs and Broomsticks, another classic, goes under the radar. Not a lot of people talk about it, but I really do enjoy it. Obviously you've got David Tomlinson, who's in the next film I shall talk about, also a Disney film. You probably already know what that is if you're a fan of Disney. But yeah, this is really good. I really enjoyed the music and the story, and the special effects are really good in this for its time. I think this was 71 this came out. So yeah, really like Bedknobs and Broomsticks. And next is Mary Poppins, Julie Andrews, David Tomlinson. That is his name. Yeah, that is his name. I wanted to check it was. Classic Dick Van Dyke, obviously, with his terrible Cockney accent. Again, the special effects in this were ahead of their time. Really good. Most people have probably seen this at this point, but if you haven't, definitely go and watch it. Next up is Mulan. I actually enjoyed this. Some people don't, but I thought because it was different and it wasn't an exact remake of the original animated classic, I thought that made the film better for me. And I liked that they didn't have the music and the songs in it because it worked. So yeah, really enjoyed Mulan, and I'm happy to have that. Next up, Pirates of the Caribbean. This is all 5 films. Obviously the first 3 are great, and a lot of people don't like the last 2, but I still had fun with them. I still really like them. I do need to rewatch them all because it has been quite a while since I've watched them all. But yeah, I do enjoy these films. They're fun action films, action adventure, and Johnny Depp's great as Jack Sparrow. Obviously, I don't think he should have been nominated for the Oscar for, I think it was The Curse of the Black Pearl, but he still does a really good job in these films, and I really do enjoy them. And the final Disney film is Tron and Tron Legacy. I have seen Tron Legacy a very long time ago, probably when it first came out, so I can't really remember much about it. And I've never seen the original, so these are 2 that I'm looking forward to rewatching, because I've heard the original is pretty good for its time. And then obviously I've got the Cerebro collection of X-Men, so this has X-Men, X2, The Last Stand, Origins Wolverine, First Class, The Wolverine, Days of Future Past, and you get the 3D of Days of Future Past as well. And I got this under £5 from CX, so that's really good, and I'm happy to have them all because I do quite enjoy the X-Men films. Some of them are crap, some of them are good, but yeah, they're very mixed films, but I still enjoy watching them. And then I've got Star Wars The Complete Saga, so this is the first 6 films in a nice box. I have done an unboxing of this on my channel. If you want to know what's inside, go and look at my previous, I think it's a few videos ago, maybe 2 or 3, and I showed everything off inside this. But yeah, great films. Well, I say great films. I can't really say great films because I've only seen the first one. I've not seen any of the others at all, which is bad, I know. I've only seen the sequel films and all the newer films, but I will rectify that by the end of the year, so I can say that I have seen them all. But yeah, that's the first 6, and then we have obviously The Force Awakens, great return. Well, I say great return, again I can't say anything, I really enjoyed it. So yeah, Rogue One, another great one. The Last Jedi, which I had quite a lot of fun with, but a lot of people really hate this and hate what Rian Johnson did with it. But as I say, I've not seen all of the originals, so I can't really say anything. All I can say is that I had fun with it. And then we do have Solo, which was alright, not as bad as people make it out. It was a fun watch. Yeah, not much else I can really say about it. It was alright. And then the final Star Wars film, which is very mixed, The Rise of Skywalker, which again I enjoyed. I liked that they brought back Billy D. Williams, even though he wasn't in it for very much, and obviously Palpatine. A lot of people didn't like what they did with him, but I was okay with it. It was fine. It was a good action film that I did enjoy watching. Next is Harry Potter films, so this is all 8 films. I didn't used to like these films, but now I've watched them quite a lot and I've grown up with them quite a lot. I do like most of them. Some of them I think are a bit too long, but my favourite's probably the last one, and I do quite like The Prisoner of Azkaban, and I like The Chamber of Secrets. But yeah, they're all decent films. Some of them are great, some of them are alright, but yeah, I had to get them. And then obviously continuation, but it's a prequel, obviously, Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, which was pretty good. And then Fantastic Beasts: The Crimes of Grindelwald, which has the extended cut on this, I think, which I haven't seen. But yeah, this was good. Not as good as the first Fantastic Beasts for me, but it was still enjoyable. And I'm looking forward to seeing what they can do in the next one without Johnny Depp. Now onto my DC collection. I have Man of Steel, which I don't care for that much. I think I do need to rewatch it. I think it's alright. Obviously it's Kevin Costner, and I do really like Kevin Costner, so that's a positive for it. And I think Henry Cavill's really good as Superman. And yeah, just really, really alright film, I think. It's not great, but it's alright. I do need to rewatch it so I can have a more solid opinion on it. And then we skip a few to Aquaman, which I thought was fun. It could have been better, and now watching it, I'm not very happy because obviously you got Amber Heard. I don't know who's worse, Amber Heard or Johnny Depp, and I don't really want to get into it, but it does make it a bit more difficult to watch. But it is still a great film, great action film, even though the story's a bit iffy. But yeah, that's good, Aquaman. Then we skip over another one, just because I haven't got around to getting Shazam yet. So we got Birds of Prey. I'm not going to say the full title, it's just Birds of Prey to me, which was good. Again, some people really like it, some people don't. I enjoyed it. I thought what they did with Harley Quinn was quite good. Don't think it should be called Birds of Prey, because as I say, the Birds of Prey are probably only in it for about 15 minutes, right at the end, together. But yeah, it was a good film. I did quite enjoy it. One of the last films I saw at the cinema, actually. And you got Joker, which I do think is overrated. I have only seen it the once in the cinema, so I will need to rewatch it. But it's good. I don't know why they've also put Robert De Niro on the front, because it's really Joaquin Phoenix's film, and Robert De Niro isn't in it for very long. But it's a good film. From what I remember, I didn't really enjoy it. But I thought what he did with the character was really good, and overall I did quite enjoy it. Now getting on to my box set, you have The American Pie. This is the only 4 films you need to own, because the spin-offs, from what I hear, are terrible, but I enjoy every single one of these films. For me, it would probably go 2, Reunion, 1, 3, in that order from best to worst. But they're all really funny films, I think. Then we obviously have Back to the Future Trilogy. I'm not paying money to get the new one. I mean, yes, it's been remastered, but I don't really care as long as I've got it on Blu-ray, and this is quite cheap to get on Blu-ray if you get this edition. They're films you need to have in your collection, so I don't really care. I probably won't ever upgrade it. Might a few years in the future get it on 4K. I don't know, but I do love these films. I think they are great. And then I've also done an unboxing for this one on my channel. This is Dirty Dancing. This is the, I always get this wrong, is it the 30th or 25th? 30th anniversary edition. Good film, classic, do really enjoy it. And then we've got big box set of all the Dirty Harry films. This is the complete Dirty Harry collection. So you have Dirty Harry, you have Magnum Force, you have The Enforcer, Sudden Impact, and the Deadpool. I've only seen the first two, and they are really good. Obviously, Dirty Harry's the best so far. And next up, you have Indiana Jones Complete Adventures, which is all 4 films. For me, I don't like the second one. I think it went too dark. I think what Steven Spielberg did was wrong. I think he should have kept the same tone as the first one. I think the first one's the best, but it's very close with the third one, and I haven't seen the fourth one in a long time, but when I did watch it, I do remember enjoying it, even though a lot of people don't. So that's them. You have to have them in your collection as well if you collect. And then Transformers 5 movie collection. A lot of people don't like these, but I like them for what they are, just fun action explosions, which is what Michael Bay's known for. The first one's obviously the best. The second one's pretty good. The third one's alright. The fourth one's alright. And the fifth one's alright. That's how I feel about them. Not bad, just alright. They're like throwaway action films. They're good. And I'm looking forward to seeing what happens next with the Transformers films. Then I got this quite cheap. This is Zero Dark 30, Lone Survivor, Green Zone, Contraband, and Safe House. I've seen Safe House, and I've seen some of Contraband. Safe House is really good. Contraband was alright from what I remember. I've heard these 3 films are good, really good. This one's really good apparently, and this one's good, and this one's good. Can't really say much more about this. I got this because it condenses them into one box, quite small, so then I don't have to get them singularly, and I already did have Green Zone, so that saves the space. Getting to the end now, this is my Nolan collection. So you have The Prestige, which I might watch today, because it's one of the only one of his films. This and Memento and Following, which I'm not bothered about, are the only ones I haven't seen yet, so I might watch that later today if I have time. Then we have Inception, which is one of his best, I think. Great cast as well, great ensemble cast, which Nolan is known for. Well, this is the best of his ensemble. Obviously, the Dark Knight films have a pretty good cast as well, but I've not got them yet. And then we have Interstellar, which is good. I rewatched this not too long ago, and it's good. Bit confusing and a bit convoluted, the plot, but I enjoy it. I think it's alright. Not his best, but not his worst. Then we have Dunkirk, which is a great war film, which I really do enjoy. Again, it's not the best war film, and it's not Christopher Nolan's best, but it is still a really enjoyable film. And it was filmed, some of it, obviously, in Weymouth, which isn't too far from me. I mean, it is compared to some people. Some people aren't very far from it at all. But it's about... Well, I'm in Southwest, so it was filmed in Weymouth, which I've said, which is also in the Southwest, so it's about 100 miles away, but yeah, I've been to Weymouth many times, and I don't know why I'm going on about Weymouth now. This isn't about Weymouth, this is about my collection. But Dunkirk, good film. And then the last Christopher Nolan film I own, which is his newest, which is Tenet, which I rewatched, and on a rewatch, I've decided I don't like it as much as I did the first time. I can see what people are saying. You can't even tell what they're saying half the time because the mixing is just awful. I think it's a bit too long, and I think the plot isn't great. I think it's a bit too confusing, and I think he went a bit too far with this one. But it's fun. It's alright. I watch it every now and then, but yeah, it's decent. Now to my Tarantino films. Pulp Fiction, which I think is great. Not its best. I'd put it in the middle. Great cast and great story, I think. And then we have Kill Bill, which I think is very overrated. Didn't think much to this at all. This would be near the bottom. Thought the action set pieces were pretty good, but other than that, I thought it was quite slow. And I think this could have probably been in one film and condensed a lot of the story. I know Tarantino wanted it to be one film, and in his eyes he sees it as one film, but I think if he'd have made it into one film, it would have been really long and it would have been really boring, whereas split into 2 films, it's not as bad, but it's still just alright. I've not seen this yet, Kill Bill Volume 2, because I didn't enjoy the first one that much, so I'm not in a rush to watch it. I will at some point, just so that I've seen more of his films, and I've completed the Kill Bill films. But, yeah, I'm not expecting too much from that. And these are some of the best, the next two. Inglourious Basterds, which is my third favourite. Great war film. Love what they did in the end with Hitler, and Brad Pitt is great in it. This is my favourite Tarantino film, Django Unchained. I just think it's great what they did in this. Christoph Waltz is great. DiCaprio is great when he's in it, and obviously Jamie Foxx steals the film for me. Great western, and yeah, I just really enjoy that. And then this is again near the bottom, The Hateful Eight. It's okay. I think it's a bit too long, and I think it's too slow. I think if they'd have made this, how long is it? It's 167 minutes. So if they'd have cut this down by half an hour, I'd have probably enjoyed it a lot more. But I think they just dragged it out a bit too much. But I did enjoy the characters in it, so it's not terrible. And then his final film in this, and the final Tarantino film I own, is his newest, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, which is definitely a near first favourite, definitely second favourite. Love what they did with this. Loved 1960s to 69, wasn't it? Hollywood. I thought the characters in this were great. The depictions of Bruce Lee was great. And yeah, the last half an hour was just some of the best things I've seen from Tarantino, and I really did enjoy it. And that is my first part of my Blu-ray collection, so that is shelf 1 and 2. I hope you enjoyed watching this. Sorry it is gone on almost half an hour now, but I do like to get my point across on as many films as I can. If you did enjoy this video, don't forget to subscribe. Like the video if you enjoyed it and want to see more like this. Comment down below if you've seen any of these, if you own any of these, or if you haven't seen any of these and want to know more about what I think about them. And until the next time, which will be the second part hopefully, have a good day. I don't know, I'm going on, I don't really know. I need to make a clear exit my words. I need to make a clear outro every time, so it's the same every time. I'm gonna make it up at some point, and my Blu-rays have just fallen over. Oh well, this isn't very professional anyway. It's a bit more professional than the last Blu-ray collection. But yeah, anyway, until the next video, bye.